Today is Wednesday, Parashat Vayera. We'll speak about a couple of lessons from the Parashah of this week. Avraham Avinu hosts the three angels. He brings them in, and he teaches us an important lesson. And the lesson is, Emor me'at va'aseh harbe. Say a little and do much. What's important is not how much you promise, but rather how much you do for the other person. As Avraham Avinu says, just come in, I'm going to give you just ekha pat lehem. I'll take some bread and give you some bread to eat. Yet when he serves them a whole feast. According to Hachamim, he gave each one of them a tongue with mustard, which was a very important delicacy at the time. And Elabakaratz Avraham, and he gives them a whole big meal, but when he tells them what they're going to have, he said just some bread. This is an important lesson for us to learn. And we should be careful not to raise the expectations of people as we deal with them, but rather if you were to promise something, promise the minimum, even though you're going to give the maximum. The Chok Yisrael of today spoke about this in Halakha Psuka about the subject of ona'ah, how important it is when you sell or buy something, when there is a monetary transaction that takes place, to make sure not to overcharge the other person or not to underpay the person you bought from. And the halakha goes into detail as what is considered to be mechila, something that is forgiven. If somebody sold something above the standard price, at what point do we say that is something that would be still acceptable? These subjects are subjects that are dealt with in the Halakha Psuka. There's another idea that we learned from the Parashah of this week. The son of Hagar, Ishmael, Sarah was concerned about his influence on Yitzchak. And she tells Avraham Avinu that she would like him to send away Hagar and her son, because she's concerned that Ishmael and his behavior would have an impact on Yitzchak, her son. Avraham hesitates, because after all, Ishmael is also his son. And Hashem tells Avraham, in very clear terms, he tells him, Kol asher tomar elecha Sarah, shema bekola, ki beyitzchak yikare lecha zara. Anything that Sarah tells you, listen to her. When it comes to education of children, there's something about mothers. They have a sixth sense. They can sense what company is good for that child to have. And even though Ishmael was the son of Abraham, there was too much at stake here. With Yitzchak Avinu, the continuation of the progeny of Abraham, from Yitzchak would come Yaakov, and from him would come the Jewish people, that Sarah was concerned about the influence of Ishmael on her child. And Hashem told Abraham, listen to her. She has a point, an important point. When it comes to education of children, the company of your kids, who they associate with is very important. And many times the mother has that sixth sense, and we should listen to her just like Abraham was told by Hashem, whatever Sarah tells you, Shema bekola. These were just a couple of the lessons from the Parashah of this week. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.